I'm here today to talk about if college athletes should get paid or not to get paid. College athletes get scholarships from any types of school from D3, D2, and D1, and JUCOs. And they get their rooms paid, board, education, textbooks, and sometimes food for like the cafe. But other than that, sometimes some of the kids don't have money for other expenses like groceries, phone bill, or anything they need essential for their dorms, like cleanups, anything. While all these college coaches that are coaching them makes millions of dollars out of high D1s like Georgia, LSU, and all them. They make millions of dollars, have real nice houses, and don't have to worry about anything. And all they do is recruit these good kids to come play for them as their job. While these kids are struggling in dorms and have to struggle by and some way get some money for their other expenses they have to pay for. And in the article I found by Bleacher Report, it says why college athletes should get paid or why not to get paid. And if they did get paid, maybe it would have a less percentage of college kids leaving after 1 or 2 years and going and trying to make money at the next level. And maybe and they'll stay for the whole 4 years, get some money, get their degree, and then trying to go to the next level. Let's take a look at the day of a college athlete. Wake up around 5 or 6, and then you'll have to go work out from 5 or 6 to 7:30 or 8. Depends what time your first class is. Most of the time your first class is from 8, and then your classes will go on from 8 to 1, 8 to 12, 8 to 11, just depends whatever your next practice is. If it's off season, you'll have another workout at the evening, and then you'll have study hall from 10 to 12, 9 to 11, 8 to 10. It just depends when your workout is. During season, you will have a mandatory practice right after your class, and you'll practice for then, and then from my experiences, you'll have study hall from Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday for 2 hours mandatory. You have to show up, and that's basically it takes up your whole day. Being a student athlete, it is basically a job, and sometimes having a job, you need money for other things. Like if you don't have any money, you can't get anything to eat because the caf closes at 7:30, and you get out of study hall at 11. Sometimes you don't have any money, you have to go get something to eat, or you've got to make something at home, at back of your dorm or apartment. And then sometimes when you run out of extra foods you need to eat during the day or late at night, you have to go to the grocery store and get more groceries, but you don't have any money. It just depends what type of life you came from. And most of the time, these kids that get their college paid for, they're low income. They come from a low income city or any type of diversity they came from, it doesn't help very well with the kids that don't have any money. They'll figure out some type of bad way to get the money, or maybe just drop out. Or after 1 year, they'll try to go to the next level, and sometimes the next level doesn't work out for them, and now they don't have a college degree, and they can't get a job or any type. Next, I want to talk about a couple examples from what I researched up and a couple of athletes. One athlete I want to talk about is AJ Green. He had a bunch of memorable items that he had to sell to get through college so he can make it to the next level and pay for his food and don't struggle as much, which now he's playing in the NFL and doing well. But back then he was very struggling in college at a major D1. Even though you get your board, your education, textbooks, everything paid for, you still don't have that extra money you need for yourself and your health. Another example would be Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor is now playing in the NFL, but back then he didn't have any money. He came from a low income place, and it didn't help well. And he had to sell some stuff that he got from his college, which it's very sad, but you gotta do what you have to do to get the money and help. Maybe he had to go help his family with some expenses or pay his phone bill. Another example is it was a backup kicker at UCF about 2 or 3 years ago. He started doing YouTube and made some money off that, which NCAA made him not play a whole year because he was making money, and that's basically a job, and he can't do that because the NCAA rules say you can't have a job while you're a student athlete. So my argument today is why can't student athletes get paid during their 4 years or 1 or 2 years, depends how good and talented they are. Let's talk about during season. A lot of student athletes, they miss a bunch of school because due to going to away games, going to out of state, and everything. Most of the time, when you go out of state or to away games, you'll get food from the coaches. The coaches will pay and will get you food, but what do you do with that free time you have at the hotel or right after a game and you stay one day? You never know. You gotta sit in the room if you don't have any money. You can't walk around, get some extra food if you need it, because everyone's different. Everyone eats at a different time. Everyone eats different stuff, and maybe they don't like the food that the coach buys them. And maybe sometimes they have to do some bad stuff to get that money, which leads to bad habits, and sometimes will get those college athletes kicked off the team and out of sports. For my example, we went to Memphis during our season, and a lot of our guys didn't have any money to go because our coach gave us a day to go walk around and do whatever we wanted. A lot of us didn't have any money to go walk around or go get food or anything, and it was really sad because I think student athletes should get paid during their times in being a college athlete. During the season, most of the time you're working out, you're doing practices, you're doing extra work so you can get some playing time or any type of gratitude that you need during that season. And getting paid during that time would help a lot of stress and make ends meet with the college and for the student. And it was just very it'd be very helpful for the students to get paid during this time, so they can have so after practice it would help them during that time or whatever struggles they're going through. I just want to include that student athletes should get paid during their college career because it will help the percentage of college degrees given out for the student athletes, because maybe it will help them want to stay for all 4 years, or whatever happens if they don't make it. If they don't make it up to the next level after 4 years, they'll have a college degree, get a good job. Even with the connections the college coaches have, they can help them with whatever. But sometimes college athletes leave after 1 year because they can't pay, and the family can't pay for anything, and it's just very hard, and there's a lot of what ifs and what happens if they don't make it during the next level, like NFL, NBA, any type of stuff like that. And if they don't, what do they have? They can't go back to college, can't get a job or a degree, and everything like that. And I just want to reinstate that if they were compensated with maybe a paycheck every month, something like that, it would really help them during this time of the struggles at college, and it would be very helpful for them. and it would be very, very helpful for them to pay for their groceries, phone bill, any type of expenses they have during that time at college.